Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the James B. McClain podcast. Today's topic is do not let them play with you. And I'm going to make it worth your while. So instead of me going on a rant, I did a little homework. Do not let them play with you. Now, people got to eat. And we're not going to knock that. But you are important in the world. But no one's coming to help and save you and telling you that you're important. So who is them? One framework says that's demons. Another says that's trauma. Another says that's dopamine. Another says that's conditioning. Another says that's parasites. Another says that's subconscious programming. Another says that's spiritual warfare. People have their own lanes. They get paid to talk what they're talking. Now, I'm exposing what's behind their work. There's principles at play. The Bible goes ahead and says spirit versus flesh, wisdom versus temptation, fear versus faith, discipline versus indulgence, right? Psychology would go and say habit, exhaustion, fear, comfort seeking, emotional escape, spiritual conflict, lack of structure, unresolved pain, biology, right? You finish work, you tell your brain, hey, I'm gonna have some drinks and have some fun. Your brain automatically goes and says, you know what? Let's drink and crash out. There's so many different applications, we're not gonna go through them, but that's just one example. One underlying truth that we can take, and I learned this from my spirituality course, is that the universe is reflective, right? And your brain is programmable. We're not talking about you. We're talking about the human brain across the centuries of mankind. That's why for TV, they have to come up with your programming. And for you and for me, we have to come up with our own programming for our brains. Let's say I program my brain, if you see the color red, think and do this. If you see this color, then you need to think and do that. After work, we know we're going to get the programming to do X, Y, Z. So now we need to counterbalance that with a program to do X, Y, Z. Okay, my brain just doesn't want to do the work. So now I have to gamify it or make it into some simple programs or break everything down into a gram. That's why it's called a program. Pro meaning good, forward, professional, positive, right? Positive grams. So I need to go get 3 rugs that are 43 inches. And to make it fit in my budget, I need to go to the dollar store to get those. I do need to go to Lowe's and get some clips to run this 100-foot cord. And that's $3.97. I don't need to do it today, but I do need to batch it and then get it done. I do need to get these curtains at Amazon. So even if I don't do it, I need to at least list it and list it prominently. And one of the frameworks was being able to not seek enough comfort. Like, I might have to put the partying and the relaxing away until later so I can front load all of the work that I have to do. And now I'm willing to go to war with that in a small program way, right? So that's going to be my spiritual battle or my warfare that's going to go down today, is just making those lists. And one thing that I did wrong was being overbearing as a parent, and I don't even want to do that to myself, right? So if you come gently, humbly, I'm going to get these things onto the list and I'm going to get those things done, then I will at least be able to pin that up on my wall and have a victorious night. It may not be glamorous, but having that list and being ready to move forward, that is what I needed to do. So how did I get to be able to be successive like that into everything that I want to do? Because then tomorrow it'll be making listings for Etsy and this and that. But how do you get those wins? Is by not letting them play with you. Demons, universe, trauma, dopamine, brain, parasites, whatever anyone gotta say. And you don't always have to keep jumping. It's just them. Do not let them play with you. I did not say that I want to drink a fifth of Henny and pass out. I did not say that. I might have said I wanted to sip. So universe, don't put that on me. Universe, God, demons, whatever. And that's where your discernment comes in. And you don't even have to name it. Let's just say don't let them play with you. I know this was too long for Facebook, but those who watch the whole thing, good. Otherwise, I'll put this on another platform where long form is acceptable. And I'm going to make this video short. 6 minutes is short comparatively. So I hope you felt encouraged to not let your brain or anything in this field get played or toyed around with. And sometimes you do have to go slow, because if you say you want to do something, you can't go warp speed, because that's where they get to play with you, because you're not even aware of your own field. We allow certain things to get over on us in our own field. You say you want to have a drink or a smoke, and then that's interpreted as you want to crash out and act stupid. And so they get over on you. You can go watch a movie right now, and then they say, oh yeah, the 12 elders of this and that. That's them. That's the they. Oh, good versus evil. That's the they. It don't matter what you watch and how you try to escape. They're explaining the they, and they're getting over on you as they're doing it. I could be researching how to get rid of parasites because parasites are killing me and making me do stuff, and they're evil entities and spaceships because that's what someone else said on Facebook. And they're getting paid for that type of stuff, but I'm not getting paid for that. So why would I define it like that? I can define, and the doctors won't back them up, and they won't back up the doctors, and the psychologists won't back up the therapists, and the therapists won't back up the psychologists. So why are we falling for any of their games, any of the TV shows, any of the explanations? They are they. Because if I'm not winning, somebody else is winning. So it's time I start winning, and my job is to make sure you win by being informed and having the information that you need to be able to move forward and make plans and make lists. Moving forward, making plans and lists, that's your superpower. Because you can say that for sure, if I go to the supermarket and buy a bag of oranges for $5 and sell them each for $1, I will make $10, and that's double your money back. And by plans that you can be successive and be successful. Whatever you want to sell, whatever you want to do, all you need is the plans, the motivation, and the encouragement to know that you are enough. And that's enough from me today. So thank you for joining me with the James B. McClain podcast. I got to get an intro and an outro, and I got to keep coming back here. Think about it this way. Next year, Facebook is going to send you a message and say, here's memories of you last year. You're doing your podcast. And so my only question is, how many podcasts did you do? Were you consistent? You should have 600 episodes, and it don't matter if it was corny, it don't matter if it was good, it don't matter if it was bad. At least it was consistent. And if you're willing to get consistent, then you're willing to get better, and you're willing to up the quality, right? And by quality, I'm talking about my standards. I don't care how you feel about your qualities. We're talking about human beings, not you specifically. That's for the haters and the judgmental people. Keep judging.